Hey y'all, welcome back. So if you hear the noise, I apologize. There is a cricket in my office and it is screaming very loudly. Sometimes when I stomp my foot, it stops. I don't know how to get it out. Let's make some dinner, shall we? Please stop, cricket. Thank you. Okay, I'm showing you the ingredients right now of what we're going to need for this first recipe, and I will also link the recipe down below. So neither of these recipes I'm sharing with you guys today are mine. However, there are some things that I would change having made them both, but let's just get into it because these are delicious, pasta-y, and actually I realized that both of these recipes are vegetarian because there's no meat in either one of them. So this first one, we're just going to start with some ricotta filling. Nope, it's just cheese, not filling, but you get the idea. I'm so tired, you guys. And then mozzarella cheese. I am doubling the recipe. So just FYI, the recipe that I'm linking down below is half of what I'm doing here. So I'm doubling the recipe for our family. And now I'm adding some shredded Parmesan and 2 fresh from the chicken butt eggs. They are the best, fresh out of the bootay. And then salt and pepper, it says to taste, so that means a lot to me. That's basically how I measure that out.
This is not the end. I will go with you every turn and bend.
All right, so we're just going to mix all of that together, and then we are going to fold in the spinach. Now, the recipe called for frozen spinach, and I did not have any, just fresh. It didn't affect the taste, but it's a little bit of a struggle bus to mix the fresh spinach in here. Now, if I was a thinking gal, I would have taken some clusters of this, some clumps of this, and cut it up a little bit before I tried to mix it in. That would have made it much easier. My God, if that cricket doesn't go away, holy cannolis. I don't like to kill bugs. I usually just toss them outside, but this one is going down if I find him. Stop it. Okay, now we're also going to grease the pan. Again, you're supposed to spray it with non-stick cooking grease or spray. I didn't have any, so just a little bit of Crisco will do just to make sure that your lasagna roll-ups do not stick. Did I say that we were making lasagna roll-ups? I've been so distracted by the cricket that I don't even think I said we're making lasagna roll-ups. I'm really sorry if you came to this video hoping for a really well-polished recipe to make for your family, and here you are on the crazy train with me. So now, to a pot of boiling water, we add the lasagna noodles and just let them get soft.
I will take with you. Come to lift up.
And once they have softened up, then I just laid out a piece of parchment paper because I didn't want to put them directly on my countertop, even though I clean it. It's just, there's so many kids and animals and such. So I just laid them down on a piece of parchment paper, and then you begin to add the filling. Now, the recipe said a thin layer. I don't know what that means. So this was my attempt at a thin layer. I mean, obviously, once you roll it up, the filling kind of, you get enough in there, but I don't know. I like an overstuffed shell. So I did put quite a bit of filling in there, which was somewhat problematic as I did run out of filling for all the noodles that I had. But that's okay. We still ended up with plenty.
Bring in this new life where you yourself reside with us. This is not the end. I will go with you every turn and bend. I will take with you.
And then once you've got them all lined up in there, you just cover it with marinara sauce. And then put some foil over the top to get them ready to bake. I'm actually doing 2 trays of them, so I'm just going to cover this one and then scoochie him to the side while I finish filling my other tray with my lasagna roll-ups. Then you're going to pop them in the oven at 400 degrees, covered, like I said, with the foil for 30 minutes.
The hunger all will end. And there
Now I will say, like I said, there's a few things I would change here. I would add some cheese to the top. There's some more spices and stuff I would add, but overall this was really good. Simple but tasty. And now we are moving on to the second recipe, which is much like the first. However, this recipe I filmed like a month ago, and I just forgot to include it and do a video. So I didn't realize until I was putting this video together how similar these two recipes are. However, I will say the dichotomy between the spices and the garlic and the onion in this one really give it so much flavor. And so a lot of these things I would pull over into the other lasagna recipe, because this has very similar ingredients: Parmesan cheese, ricotta, using the big shells, obviously, mozzarella cheese, a much smaller bag than I have currently. And then this one incorporates spices. So there's garlic, let's see what else, basil. I know there's red pepper flakes. Oh, look at me guessing what I'm going to pick up next. And Italian seasoning, oregano, parsley flakes, and of course, salt and pepper. So yeah, this one you just start by lining your baking dishes with the pasta sauce. Again, I think this would be good as well for the other recipe, just to help keep everything moist. Raise your hand if you hate the word moist. I don't, but I know some people do. Anyhow, I think this would work well for the other recipe too, to go ahead and layer the bottom with the pasta sauce. I am mixing different pasta sauces together because that's what I had in my fridge. And then I am putting these on to boil, though I'm not sure why I'm putting them in water that's not already boiling. Maybe the recipe called for that. We'll have to see when we look at the recipe. I don't remember. Now I am cutting up a red onion. Red onions are my favorite kind of onions. So any chance I get to use them in a recipe or with a meal, I love. They are my absolute favorite. So we're just going to chop that bad boy up, as well as some garlic, and then put that onto a pan to just kind of saute and, get that stuff ready to mix in.
no fear, no wipe away each tear for us.
This is not the end. I will go with you. Every turn and bend, I will take with you. This is not the end. I will go with you. Every turn and bend, I will take with you.
And now this is what I should have done with the other recipe too, was just to take the fresh spinach and cut it up so that it wasn't so chunky. I do not remember off the top of my head if this recipe also called for frozen spinach, and I just apparently never buy frozen spinach, or if it called for fresh to be chopped up. I don't know. I guess you'll have to look and see. But yeah, so we're going to saute up the onions and garlic and then work on the filling. Same thing for this one. It's ricotta cheese, a heaping scoop of Parmesan, adding in the spinach. Again, I think in hindsight, I would add in more spinach than I added in this bowl. This seems like a very small bowl. I'm not sure what I was thinking. It turned out to be enough, but... And then you're adding in all the seasonings. I do not remember exactly how much of each, but of course the recipe is down there so you can get exact measurements, but you're just going to add in all of your seasonings to your filling mixture. now you've got all those yummy seasonings and the ricotta cheese, and then you're going to add in the sautéed onions and garlic. Again, this is a lot of what I think maybe, I don't want to say was missing from the lasagna recipe because it was good, but this was better. So I would probably change it up and do a similar filling like this for the lasagna as well. Then you are just going to stuff these shells, which was somewhat harder than I anticipated it to be. You know, when they're all wet and sticky, they kind of like to roll up and stay together. So you got to like hold it open and then stuff it in. It's more difficult than it looks. You'll see me struggle here with this one. This little edge, it didn't want to come out.
The taxi's parked, the music swells, and all the
All right, so we're going to pop those into the oven. I don't remember the length or the temperature, but I'm guessing it's similar to the last recipe. This was really good. We really enjoyed this, so I would only change up the last recipe, but this one was delicious. I hope you guys enjoyed. Sorry for the cricket and my raspy voice at 6 a.m. Love you guys. See you again soon. Bye.
And caught between the